Visible? Fine. So now what do we have is we know what is d dot keys, d dot values. So what we printed is d dot cult. Till this point we were done. Now next thing we were I was discussing about is the d dot update. What will happen in this d dot update is that how to update a particular key and value pair in this is that we need to add a particular make a particular temporary dictionary, just like I make a dictionary right here. I made a dictionary here. Okay, so in that dictionary I need to add the key which I want to add, and I need to add the value. So once I add the key and value, that dictionary will be updated to the existing dictionary which is D. And then again if I press D dot keys, D dot values again, so it should print it up. Let's see. See, earlier I was having Cult Skills Bootcamp 423. Now I have Cult Skills Bootcamp Rapid Fire 4235. Fine, because I added Rapid Fire 5 extra into this. Now another thing was item modification, just like in the case of list. So D scales is equals to 8. That means not able to see my screen. I have shared it. Is it visible to others? Is my screen visible to others?
Is visible.
So Sanjay is wrong with the internet
हाँ
connectivity. Right.
हाँ भैया
Yes.
D scales is equals to 8 I mentioned. So that is basically what I'm doing is I'm just modifying the value stored in the key scales with 8. So if I'll print D right here after this, let's see how it will work. So give last line, this line. Cult 4, skills 8, bootcamp 3, rapid fire 5. So skills was updated to 8. Earlier it was having 2. Okay, so because of this, it got updated. So we can change the value of a key, or we can add key with this function, right? So till list, tuple, set, dictionary, any doubt. Tuple we cannot do anything with. We can just go for read-only operations. Set we can go for union and difference, that is not much in use at all. Dictionary we have talked about how to add a key and how to update the key. List we have talked about how to view and how to change the value stored at particular index. So looking at this particular agenda, list, tuple, set and dictionary. Any doubt into this? Any doubts going on with you into this part? Can we add two more key value? Okay, wait. Can we add two or more key value pair at a time to dictionary? Yes, we can. Just see rapid fire 5 and I add. So we just need to make a temporary dictionary. So rapid fire. So let's suppose I say Python to be 70. Okay, or suppose 100. Now D dot keys are cult 4, skills 8, bootcamp 3, rapid fire 5, Python 100. So we can add multiple keys at a time into the dictionary. Okay, updating the dictionary is not clear. So updating the dictionary, we are just making a temporary dictionary and calling it with d dot append function. D is my existing.
हेलो हेलो
Yes, Mohit. Okay, till it
डी
is it.
डी स्किल्स जो हेलो
Yes, Mohit. Audible.
हेलो हाँ अभी ठीक है तो ये आपने मतलब जो 147th वाली लाइन की स्किल को 8 के इक्वल रखा था
147th line में skills को हाँ I just modify the value stored with the key skills to the value, the new value would be 8. I just modified the value.
हाँ तो सर ये डी डॉट अपडेट के बिना नहीं कर सकते हैं क्या, मतलब इसको सीधा डायरेक्ट इसी से कॉल किया जाए तो?
This skills is equals to 8 is different thing and rapid fire and Python 100 is different thing. See, right here यहाँ पे skills की value 2 है जिसको मैं directly इससे update कर सकता हूँ, change कर सकता हूँ.
हाँ
And
ठीक
D dot update
ठीक
is
है
adding two more keys into this. The keys are rapid fire and
ठीक है।
Python. So these
मतलब ये
are
अपेंड वाला काम कर रहा है, जो लिस्ट में अपेंड
append,
वाला काम कर रहा था।
append is separate.
हेलो हेलो।
Yes, yes.
हाँ मतलब जो लिस्ट में अपन अपेंड वाला काम कर रहे थे वो यहाँ पे अपडेट कर रहा है।
With the help of update.
ओके ओके ओके
Got it?
गॉट इट।
Yes, sir. Any other doubt? Okay, so if done, I'll just share this file with you on Skype. Everything would be on comment. And we are done with all of the things. Function and modules will be talking about while we actually work on our code and try accept as well. So function and try accept we'll talk about when we actually work on our project. So if leaving them, we are all done. Right? Anyone having any doubt into rest of the topics? No one? Am I audible clearly to every one of you?
Yes, yes.
So, next thing we'll move on to is that this project realization. So what all are the projects, what is the realization we need to do right here, and doubts and queries we'll be solving here. Okay, so currently we need to make the simulation of internet banking. So internet banking, we all know what it is. So what all we need to do is this whole topics we written here. We need to ask user for the user ID, account creation, invalid account handling, account details, retrieval, and so on. So we'll start step by step and implement this project on our own. So before that, I share this file with you on Skype. Okay. So meanwhile, this file will also be shared to you on your WhatsApp group. So just stay tuned to this thing. Now what I'll be going to do is I'll be making a new file and I'll make a new file from here. Okay, and I'll just close this thing, save it in the same folder with the name of netbank, okay, or something like csbank.py. Okay, that's my Python file ready with me. Now, what is the first step a user will come and we should do? We should first ask that whether you are an existing user or a new user. So we'll say print enter 1 for existing user, enter 2 for new user. Right. So once done or enter 3 to close account. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to put this whole thing into a loop. So just like an ATM will never get down. Whenever one transaction gets completed, it waits for the second one. And then again it will wait for the third one and so on. So an ATM never gets down. So in the same way, our net banking should never get down. Whenever a person manually doesn't close it, it will keep on executing and executing and executing that. And this is for admin, not for user. Okay, so just for the sake of convenience. Now what I want to do is if, okay, firstly we need to take a choice. break. I'll be continuing after that. And then I'll say else invalid input. So instead of pass, I can do one thing here is, okay, so instead of pass, what I can do is print okay, till this point everything is so clear to everyone. We just made a skeleton that here we'll be doing something, here we'll be doing something. So this welcome statements will be very soon replaced with the commands and the codes. Till this point it is clear. So if I'll say okay, that is another file, CS bank. If I'll say I'm an existing user, sorry, it will give me welcome existing user. If I say I'm a new user, it'll say welcome new user. If I say 3, and then it just gets closed. Okay, I should say or enter. Now see what is going on is basically we are just printing the things in loop. So when we just remove this part and make something interactive here, for that we need some account. So account I am creating here in the form of a dictionary in which there will be key as account ID and then value will be password. Okay, so currently I don't have any ID and password, so my account list is blank. Now let's suppose some new user come for the first time. What we want, we'll ask user input enter 5-digit account number. Password fine till this. Now what I need to do, account it will go with an update statement that something like num comma password. So why I have just changed the value, changed the name here is because of that account was already an existing dictionary name, so it will conflict with the existing name. So just change it to num, and I update it in my dictionary. And at last, right here after everything, I'll be printing my dictionary. Okay, something wrong. Okay, it should be colon here. So till this point, it is clear that how I have got one more account in my list. Or still some doubt into this one. Open for the window.
Code window.
Yeah, here is the code window. Just have a look at the code and just try to understand that what I did. Until that point is it clear? So I created an account here. I gave it an ID and password, and that is stored here. Account list is equals to 4456. 556 colon 23. So this is an account ID and password here. So we can go with the new account user. Fine till this.
The code part, can you just expand the screen? The
Okay.
हाँ
Wait, wait, wait.
Not this one. Yeah, this one is.
Just take them as a different module. So we just worked on ls choice is equals to 2, nothing else.
account dot update 14th line.
Yeah, it is similar as d dot update, dictionary dot update. So dictionary name is account, so I said accounts dot update.
Yeah, but okay, dictionary. तो
What?
डिक्शनरी को नल रखा है ऊपर, नल से टाइप.
A blank dictionary. Fine. So let's move on. So now once the account is created, now an existing user, that user will become an existing user. So new user part is done. Right? We don't need anything else from a new user. Now that existing user will be something like that existing user will, we need, what do we need from an existing user is account ID and password. Okay. Okay, so we don't need password so early. If NUMN accounts, again that's a syntax, so we need to take care of that. If number in accounts, account number in account, then it will ask for the password. Else print invalid account and it will continue. Fine, it will move on. So if it is an invalid account, it will go ahead and then it will be continued. Now if it will be a valid account, it will ask for the password. Once the password will be there, what next to be done? We need to say possible operations here. So let's see first if this logic is working. Then we'll create these possible operations right here. Okay, invalid account is there. Now again we say existing user. I get the right ID and password is 12, and okay, now it is possible operations. Fine. Now we need to design these operations. So what sort of operations can be there? Let's check our list. We are asking user ID. Okay, sorry. We are going for account creation. We are saying invalid account handling. Then account details retrieval is already there. That we are retrieving the detail and then we are asking for the password. Okay, now we need to check for passwords as well. If accounts num, sorry, okay, I'll just say it pass right now, and then else. Fine. Now this pass need to be designed. So what we need to design is firstly money withdrawal. Now for every account we need to have a money value as well. So for that accounts password will be there. Now this will be we can say the bank dictionary with the key to be the accounts. Now we also need to update this. So this will maintain the balance. The balance at the starting will be 0 always. Okay, so or we can say bank is there. No banks. So balance will be 0. Now what do we need to do? Print enter 1 to check balance. Enter 2 to withdraw. Fine. Something wrong here. Now we need to ask the user for the choice again. And I'll call it operation choice, OP choice. Enter your choice here, and then again if OP choice is equals to 1, pass. If OP choice is equals to 2, pass. So I just made the skeleton of whatever we are doing right here. Now the first thing we'll be making is deposit amount. So let's make deposit account module. So how can we deposit the amount? We just need to give the we just need to take the user number of amount, the amount of money. Okay, or I can say amount. Okay, or I can say deposit value. Okay. Now once done, what would be my task? I need to update that bank account, NUM plus equals to deposit value. Now see, what is bank? It is a dictionary in which this account number, what I will be doing is adding the value there. Okay, so at the last I can also see account list account print bank balance list bank. Let's print it up. Let's see. So I'm a new user with account ID 44556, password to be 66. Now I'm an existing user with welcome existing user. It is saying enter 5-digit account number 44556, password to be 66. What I want to do is I want to deposit the amount I want to deposit is 5,000. Okay, 5,000, and then I want to close account. So my balance list is currently 5,000. Is that thing clear till now? It's going a big mess currently, but yeah, that's the actual stage. Are you following out what actually is going on? The file will be shared too, don't worry for that, don't worry for the cramming. But are you getting what it is? I open the window again for a few minutes if you have any doubt or so.
आप थोड़ा फास्ट जा रहे हो.
Okay, so अभी तक स्लो चल रही थी ये क्लास, अब थोड़ा फास्ट हो गई है. Anyhow, see, this part is more and more and more and more optional. एक बहुत जगह जिसे मेन्यू ड्रिवन चीज की बात कर रहे थे, so this is exactly completely menu driven. So इसमें हमने कुछ ऐसा यूज नहीं करा जो हमने पढ़ा नहीं था, वही चीजें यूज हो रही है जो हमने पढ़ी है, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा डेप्थ में यूज हो रही है. लाइक सी, one if under that another if under that another if under that another if, so that's the way actually. See, bootcamp का मतलब ये था कि we'll be going for the practical aspect completely. So anyhow, अभी भी कोई डाउट है तो I'll be ready to clear it out. I'll be making it clear. मैं थोड़ा सा और स्लो कर लूंगा. But we have covered everything whatever we have, like we are using only those things whatever we have covered till now. Nothing new we are talking about. So जब आप एक बार फाइल पढ़ोगे, it will be very clear to you later on. What if we enter different account number? Yeah, so we have handled that. See, where is it? Welcome existing user. If number in account, so we just look at this else part. This else is print invalid account. So we'll continue to the next iteration. So our system is going proofed. Fine, Riyaz? Okay. So now we have done with this deposit value part. Now let's talk about if I
फाइल और
want
वीडियो शेयर
to.
कर देना.
Sure, sure, sure. File and video will be shared. Even one video has already been shared to you. Rest of this video, second call will be shared to you. Okay. So if we go with the second module of withdraw amount. So withdraw amount will be again the similar way we need to minus that. Okay, so enter your amount here will remain same and I will ask it withdrawal amount. So whatever amount will be there, it will be withdrawal with a minus. Okay, so minus will be done. Another thing is to check balance. That is very simple. Okay, so print your account balance is bank num. Transfer account, sorry, transfer amount. If I will say transfer amount, so I need to have an amount. Okay, this I'll say as transfer amount. Then I need to have account number. So I need to ask for the account number. Enter the 5-digit account number. So I'll say transfer number. Okay. So now what will happen is we will withdraw the amount from this and add the amount to TRNUM. Okay, so which amount? This amount, transfer value. So simple to do, right? Let's see. Let's just execute something.
The screen is not visible.
Okay, my screen is not visible. Wait. It's shared to rest of you. Another people's screen is visible or not?
Visible.
Okay, Mohit, it is visible. It is shared from my side. So something in internet, something wrong in internet right there. So, yeah. So right now I'm a new user. I entered my 5-digit account to be 12345, password to be 12. Then I am an existing, once again, one more new user. So let's suppose the new user is 67890. Password is 34. Now 1234. Sorry, right here I need to give for the existing user. 5-digit account number is 12345. My password is 12. So if I'll deposit an amount, firstly let me check my balance. So my balance is 0. Okay, it again took me to continue. Okay, this thing need to be maintained here. Now I'm an existing user with 12345. Password is 12. I want to deposit an amount of 10,000. Okay, now again I'm an existing user. If I'll close it up, I can see that the balance is 12345, 126789034. These are the PIN and account. Balance list is 10,000 for one account, 0 for another account. Run that again. New users 12345, 12. Enter your choice. New user again 6789034. So right now I'm an existing user with 12345 as the account ID. Now see, the account balance I have added as 10,000, which got split with my functions as 8,000 was remained in one and 2,000 got transferred to another one. Fine. So you saw the flow of that. Now there is a big question is that every time we need to add the account, every time the account will start from 0, where gone the history, where gone the account created, every time I become a new user, what is this? See, what we are doing is we are initializing an account dictionary to be blank. We can initialize this to be a stored dictionary, but for that we need to store this thing, not in our program, but in the file. For that we need to use something which is known as pickle. I write it there so that you can access it later on for your study. So it is pickle. So pickle is something which can store these objects, and next time you just need to read those things, and your this last these values will come from a pre-stored file every time. But that will not be possible to cover in the context of this bootcamp. So these all things, pickle file, file reading, storing the data, making the data permanent, connecting the database to make it permanent, SQL data format, no SQL data format, and advanced everything we have just studied here. We just touched those things. We never covered anything in advanced part. So everything in detail is there in our course. So this bootcamp was about the basic stuff. Now you tell us whether it is something completely clear till now or not. So now onward the window is completely open for doubt. The amount is being added to the dictionary or overwriting the value. So it is plus equals to. Next time if I'll add, it become if suppose I'll add 5,000 again, so it will become 15,000. It is not getting overwritten. See the code. It is always plus equals to. Withdraw is minus equals and deposit is plus equals. Okay, so anyone else having any doubt?
It's a shorthand operator not working for Python.
Shorthand operator not working for Python. Okay,
It does
so
not work actually.
okay, if it is not working for you, you can do something like equal is equals to bank num plus deposit value. So that will yield the same result. So plus equals to means already value plus value, adding value. So if you are not, if your language is not running the shorthand operator, might be for version issue or so. Never saw this issue anytime. I have never seen this earlier. But if still you are facing it, that this might be the issue. Okay, any other issue? This file will be shared to you. Don't worry for that. Okay, I'll share it right here first. Gone. Any other issue? So it will be ensured that this file will be reached to you on your WhatsApp group as well, and this will be here right as. So any other conceptual issue, you will find syntax issue every now and then. If you have noticed, I might have committed some syntax mistakes. Right, so it's natural, it's clearly natural. That's why machines are built, so that no human error will be involved. That doesn't mean that I was not knowing that thing, I just missed that in the speed. In the flow I missed that particular thing and I commit an error. So it can be cured up anytime, but if you know the concept. So concept wise it should be very clear. Are you very clear with the things? Everything we covered should be very clear to you. I left two topics right now that I'll be covering right here. Apart from that, everything is very clear to everyone. Okay, at least you can say a yes. Unmute yourself and say a yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So if it is seriously very clear, let's move on to some of the other things which are function, which I left there is functions and try and accept. So I open again my practice file bootcamp.py and I come to the last. Okay, so are they all yes or something? Okay, yes, big lot of yes. Thank you. So now it's turn for function. Now how do we create a function? We create a function with the help of a keyword def. Okay, so we need to say def. We need to give the name of the function. I say name fun. Then I need to make an empty parameter, parenthesis for the parameters, colon. Next line I need to say print. Print. This is a demo function. Okay. So if I pass a parameter here a is equals a comma b. So what I can do is I can also return something using that a comma b. So I can return a comma b. Okay. So I can also print a comma b.
Okay.
Okay, print a comma b. Now let's just see. So this code, if I'll execute, will not do anything for me. Okay, it gives me blank because this function never been called. I need to call this function with some values. I said 5 comma 7. Now it said this is the demo function 12 and it returned 12. So where gone the return statement? If I save it in some variable, that variable will also will become 12 because it has returned 12. So A is 12 now. So it's not so difficult to create a function. It is very simple thing, but it was not required in that part. So I just kept it up and I can't go in much depth with that. Coming to try except, so see what are exceptions. Exceptions I will just show you right here. It's tongue twisting. Okay, so I say x is equals to input, enter a number. Okay, and I say x is equals to int x. We have done this till now and print x. Now let's see, let's run that. I gave the number to be 5, it converted to 5. I gave the number to be t. Now it cannot convert. It said value error, invalid literal for int with base 10t. What can I do? I can put that in try, so that whatever is vulnerable, that means whatever is sensitive, I will put it in try, and except I'll say, okay, if try is true, then it will also print this, or else I can say print can't convert. Okay, and then there is one thing is finally. So with that finally we can go with the flow of other things like print x directly. Okay, so I said enter a number, it I gave 5, it converted. I said y, it cannot convert, and at the last it printed. So what happened with that is that we didn't fall in this trap of ugly output and our system didn't break off. If we are into a loop, it shouldn't break. So like in the case of ATM, when we make a transaction, if we even commit fake transaction, if we give our password wrong or something, so ATM doesn't stop. It says that your password is invalid, wait after 5 minutes or wait for another try or so. Then again ATM reboots itself to the new try for the another customer or the same customer for another try. So with the help of try and accept, we can do this, and one more block finally. Okay, so this again syntax will be, I am just sharing it up. So that was all I can cover in the bootcamp. When it comes to syntax, I again share the file, updated file. Right. So I'm done from my side and I'm waiting for doubts and queries and things to come up from your part. Just go for it. Whatever doubt regarding the subject, not regarding the subject, regarding the code, not regarding the code, regarding Python or further, or what to follow, what not to follow, everything will be sorted out as far as my knowledge is concerned. Difference between return and print. Okay. So return is used when we need to store something in one variable after the function gets executed. If I don't use this return part, so that print statement will print something and gets vanished. So print is something like a one-time usage, whereas return is it will keep storing this A. If I don't even print, still I can store this in A. Okay, so with print I can just print on the screen. I cannot use that value for computation or for any other use case further. I can just print it and that's all done. Right, Riyaz? I see people are typing. Great. These three are the only exceptions. Okay, these three are not exceptions. These are the blocks, exception handling. So in try, we need something to be tried, to be tested. If it successfully works, if it doesn't successfully work, we go to execute. Okay, oh, sorry. Except if it will run. So these are the will be something like or something like okay.
Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that these three are not exceptions. These are exception handling blocks. So there is a try block where we put our code to be tested, which we think might raise some exception, like division by zero, int conversion or so. And there is one this except block, which gets executed if try block failed. If any of the line in try block will fail, will execute except block will be executed. And there is finally, which as the name says, will execute it finally every time. So these are not exceptions, these are exception handling blocks.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So there is a screenshot. Okay, it said enter 1 for check balance. Okay, something wrong with your indentation, 4 space and all. So when you say def name fun, make sure to write an underscore in between. Okay, so you have placed a space between name and fun, which is not allowed. You can only take one name. You cannot use space. So in Python or even in general in programming in terms of machine, space is a curse. We shouldn't use space anytime. Okay, so nested dictionary, we can use nested dictionary. Nested dictionary will something look like, okay, I'll show you. Suppose this is a dictionary with A colon B as the value and key and the value. Then another key is C and its value is again a dictionary which is having D colon E as the value. So V value and like key and value. Then G, then D, sorry M. So this dictionary has three components. One component is A colon B, another component is M colon N, another component is this whole, which again itself is a dictionary. So this whole thing is known as a nested dictionary. So a value can be a dictionary, a key can never be a dictionary. Okay, any other doubt? Return is like refreshing the variable's value in the memory without printing them. Not refreshing, you can say storing. I'll show you the code. Okay, this is not of use. And let me come to return part. Yeah, I'll show you the code. Just wait, I'll just put up the screenshot. It's not printf, buddy, it is print. Just read the error. It is not printf. Line number 3. This is a demo function. Function की spelling भी गलत है, but that is not something to be taken care. But printf it is not there. Yeah. So what I'm doing is let me just remove this print. Now I can store the value there. Okay, so 12. I can store the value 12. Now what can I do? I can print a star 2. Okay, or I can print a plus 3. So what I was having is 12. So it should be 12 into 2, 24 and 12 plus 3, 15. Whereas this was not possible with the print command. If I would be having print statement here, that is just for static stuff. So I can just print the whatever was mentioned in my code. I cannot do anything with that. Whereas with return, I got some value, calculated value. Right, so I can use it anywhere in my program. That is the difference between return and print. You're welcome, Riyaz. Anyone? Any other doubt? Because I'm done from my side. You shouldn't expect anything else from me, like all done from my side. Cool, so this was a boot camp. I just closed all of my coding stuff, file and all. Okay, so this was a boot camp. Okay, this wasn't a course.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And if you felt like that this was so fast or so slow, we didn't get through the theory, we didn't get much of time for this. But one thing I can make sure is that you must have learnt a lot that how to start coding into Python. You then now onward you will not surf around the blogs
Yes,
of
sir.
starting with Python, getting started with Python.
Yes.
Okay, so learn Python. You should go for the blogs like learn Lisp, like list append function, dictionary append function, tuple modification functions. You should search with a particular query. Help you a lot into that. And uh, once the certificate is done, full of that, and who have attended that must for this. You will find in it. Okay, please put.
Cracking. It's not audible.
Yeah, there was some noise. I'm just putting all the mics on mute currently. Right, so audible now? Yeah. Just don't unmute yourself to say yes. It's okay. So, see, what I was saying is that you are now refreshed with your concepts. Now you know the basics of the stuff. And I guess I served my purpose of going with the boot camp. This is actually the meaning of boot camp. It was not the course. And we do have the proper course. I don't want to personally explain that why I choose Cult Skills with us. You already have tasted it, that what is good with us. So, and you can answer me why it is very different than live classes. So people who were there for that Udemy is good, Udacity is good, actually it is good. Okay. But when it comes to personalized experience, Udemy and Udacity cannot connect with you on live and go with the live courses. That's why what we are doing is very unique than others. Then internship and job support would always be there. Even whomsoever have enrolled with us, your data is already shared with our recruitment control, our recruitment partners. So your data like your name, your college, that's why we have asked for a lot of details from your side, your city and all. Okay, so this is also shared with them. And the first one depicts itself that I am not a trainer, I am a developer, I am the core of the developer, and I work throughout my day to develop and make solutions for different organizations, different companies. If I talk about my profiles, I have been involved with various companies across nation into different regions. So you have been into a good program. Carry forward with that. Go ahead with that to by enrolling it on our courses. Our courses will be starting on 15th May. So you can visit this website, the There you will find a lot of details about the courses, that when the courses will be starting. You can make your registration there. And we have something big for you once you register. So those who will be registering, after that, those will be staying in touch with us. If I'll depict about the courses, it will go a lot about theories, a lot about practicals, a lot about assignments, a lot about projects. Our core agenda is to work along with learning. We don't go for the theoretical learning as well. We'll have projects, assignments, certificate. If you enroll for the Python course, we have assignment for every class. I got the feedback that because so like that we don't get time to work on. So in every bootcamp there is one person as our lucky follower. Okay, so I'll not take the name of the person anyhow, and even I have asked that person to keep it hidden. You, I hope all of you have liked it, and I hope you will connect it to us on Skype or on Google. Just go and write us a review there. I'll share the link with you. It's g.page/cultskls/review. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Now it's fine.
So some internet issue at my side. Okay, so it's been around 5 hours. So it's been around 4 hours. So the internet is even sucked. So whatever it is, anyhow. So this is the review page. and wherein you can go and write as a review whatever you feel like throughout the boot camp, or the, and these are our social handles. That's all from my side. Anything from your side will be clearly awaited. I hope you will not leave this Skype group and WhatsApp group. Let's make this group, these groups, to be a community. So whomsoever will, like, I like the enthusiasm of few people today, that one person was raising a doubt, another person was solving it up before my intervention. So let's make the groups like that. Nothing will cost you up to stay in the group. So let's just stay in this group for longer time, and whenever we will be having some another program in the near future, it will be shared to you. And if you feel like you will be joining, you can join it up. And like, that's, yeah. So our social handles are depicted both the ways. Now, if you want more about the details, you just need to go to this website, cultskills.com, where you will find, okay, my internet is a bit slow. Just need to go to the courses. These are, these all are live courses. Okay, Python, machine learning, deep learning, and all. Okay, so you have enrolled for the bootcamp, from the bootcamp page, but this is the turn for this part. Okay, so you can find the details of every course from here. You can go for full stack, you can search the details, and syllabus and everything is updated. And otherwise, the batches and the details are mentioned.
Is it
Okay,
Dheeraj speaking on the call?
sorry, not your
Dheeraj.
voice was, yeah.
Yeah, like see, as per how it was good, but like I have in a project here, like when I told you, like I have to go to the browser and
Yes, yes, yes.
log in over there, and then I have to give the credential, and then I have to collect the data.
Right.
So, how do we start writing that? You said you have to download some other.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll just do one thing. I'll share you some of the links on your WhatsApp number or on your Skype. I'll share you some of the links or the resources. So
okay,
basically, Selenium is a package used for that. So what Selenium does, if I'll just open it up in my browser. So
okay,
what Selenium will be doing, it is basically used for web activities, for testing web applications. So it is basically used for testing web browsers and websites basically. So whatever website testing would be occurring and throughout the world, the major of the package being used is Selenium. Another one is Zira. So you can follow any of them. Zira is by Atlassian. So it is a framework being connected to Selenium. I can give you some concrete links to be followed right there. So basically, I don't have any module of testing. I can teach you Python. We can teach you Python right here. But the testing part, we can include that in our course. But we can not go for the complete course with Selenium testing and all.
no, it is
Right?
not. It is not for the testing. See, I have to
Yeah.
write a code in the Python. Like I have to log on to this particular Jira request, Jira site, and then
Right.
I have to give my credential to log in, and then fetch that particular.
Basically, what you want is, if I open here something like, okay, if I'll open something which I haven't opened, let it be, okay, let me go to the incognito. Okay, if I'll open here Gmail. So this you want to be open from your Python script. Then
Yes,
what you want is, if I'm writing here my username, that should come from your
yes,
Python script.
yeah.
Then you press next, and then your password should also come from your Python script. This whole thing is basically controlled with Selenium. Okay, so what basically works with, you can search with Selenium post requests. So it basically send a post request to the browser
Okay.
using JavaScript and using Python and everything, and send the post request to the browser, something like this. If I'll open any website out there. Okay, so you will find some of the solution, how to log in a form using Selenium with Python, how to open a browser window. So these are the stuff of your concern. So we'll definitely try to add.
Okay. Your voice got cut.
Devanshu, anyone?
Hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Am I audible now? Okay, there was some issue on my internet on my side. Okay, anyhow, so
Hello.
it was a good session and uh, so my voice is not still clear. Okay, the problem is basically the internet, nothing else.
It is clear now.
Okay, it is clear now. Yeah, I was just saying that I have done with my part. Into the course they can. So this was, you can consider this as a trial class for the course at wrestling. To feel like whether Cultures will be a good company to start with or not. So this was a trial class. So if the feedback is good, it will definitely work with us.
And sir, what about the certificates for this camp?
The certificate will be shared to you either by the day end or by tomorrow morning. We'll try 100% to share it to you by the day end. So like it's already 9, so I need to check up whether my team is working or not. So by the day end or by tomorrow morning, it will be shared to you. Don't worry
So
for
you
that.
so you'll mail the certificate, right?
Yeah, we'll mail you the certificate on the given email ID.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Some email will bounce back, so we'll issue the certificate by communicating with on WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No worries. Okay, guys. So just make sure to write the reviews there and go and follow us on the social handles.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.